All right, Infernal Blessings. We are back with another video. It's been a little busy lately, so that's why you haven't heard too much from me in the last week or so. Once this month is out, things will kind of get back to normal. But just keep that in mind. A little busy right now. But before we begin, a couple quick announcements. If you are interested in a spiritual reading or spiritual consultation, shoot me an email at khnum19@gmail.com. I offer various different types of readings. I offer telepathic demonic readings, Santa Muerte readings, Egyptian oracle readings, deity readings to see what spirits, gods, goddesses, and demons walk with you. Shadow work readings, which I will continuously say is shadow work is critical. Always a good thing to see what's going on with the shadow and the hidden self. Also point you in the right direction, of what you should be doing at the current moment and what you got going on in your life. Again, as I've said before, and I'll continue to say, you should be designing and creating your ritual work based on addressing your needs first before your wants. As I said many times before, people come on this path and practice magic, and it's always centered around their wants. The wants come, folks. Take care of your needs first. I guarantee you all those other things will fall into place. So for any of the aforementioned, shoot me an email. And again, please include a full weekly availability, not just 1 or 2 days. I'm available this day. Give me a weekly availability that you're usually available throughout the week. And please include the time zone in that email. And this way we can cut out the back and forth emails. I can shoot you some dates and times that work for both of us, all right? If you want to sign up for classes, the way to sign up for classes is go to the official Primordial Chaos Patreon page, patreon.com/Baniti, Baniti. Tier 3, that's the tier you want to sign up for. Tier 3 gives you access to the 3 private classes I do every month on Patreon, in addition to the group ritual we do at the end of the month. And keep in mind, when you join the Patreon page, you don't just get access to classes from the day you join moving forward. You get access to everything in the archives going 4+ years back. You get access to all the class work. You get access to all the group class ritual work in addition to the group work. There's enough content to keep you busy on there for years, and it's not even an exaggeration. I say that with confidence and not arrogance. As I said before, I don't think anybody is offering what I'm offering for the price I'm offering. Again, I say that out of confidence, not arrogance. You can check it out for yourself. Go to the Patreon page, patreon.com/Baniti, and go to the collection section. The collection section will show you all the continual ongoing classes that I have going on right now. So for an example, we have telepathic sorcery class going on right now. We have Luciferian magic and self-mastery class, Kundalini meditation, yoga, and awakening class, which is a great class. Gives you the foundational practices of spirituality and magic, breathing techniques, proper meditation techniques, raising the Kundalini energy, how to focus, how to concentrate, how to create successful ritual work. There is sex magic work in there too, so if you heard me say that. It's a great class for those that are really looking for the core foundational practices. We have ancient Egyptian vampiric class going on, Sith dark side alchemy and philosophy class, Norse left-hand path, mythology and runes class, esoteric occult Bible study class, shadow work class, obviously, which we are, like I said, we are knee deep in that, 20 and counting. Necromancy and dark witchcraft class, which is coming up this Friday night. The next one, I think we're up to 4 or 5 now. That's one of the newest classes. There's more. Check it out. We're covering, I'm doing classes on just about every topic you can think, and stuff is constantly being added. You can attend the process of how you attend the classes. It's done via Zoom. When you're a member, you get a private link. You can attend the classes live, where you can interact with me, ask me questions, and also ask and conversate with other people in the room. But don't worry if you can't get there live, because it's impossible to come up with a time that works for everybody. because we have people in multiple time zones within the United States, overseas, etc. So it makes it next to nearly impossible to have a set time that works for everybody. Everything is recorded and archived. Check it out, patreon.com/Baniti, Baniti tier 3. Don't forget to check us out on all of our social media pages. Primordial Chaos 9, one word, on Instagram. Primordial Chaos 2 words on Facebook. I also upload all the new new YouTube content to the Facebook page. And then check out the Primordial Chaos TikTok page at Primordial Chaos 3 on TikTok. And don't forget to check out the Primordial Chaos podcast, available on Spotify and all major podcast platforms. The direct link to the podcast, along with my contact email address, along with the links to all the social media pages, and the direct link to the Primordial Chaos Patreon page to sign up for classes. All of those links in the description box in this video that you're watching right now. All right, so now that all the hoopla is over, with the whole eclipse thing, and I did a video, 2 videos kind of going through that. And the question is, so what's next? What should we really be conscious and aware of? Okay, as I said before, things are changing. Okay, your goal and what our goal and what a lot of us should be focused on, as things are changing, the question is, are you changing along with the change productively? Okay? As I've talked a lot about over the years, making yourself less dense so you can prepare yourself for that alchemical spiritual transformation. So these are all signs of the times. These are great openings to new spiritual cycles, new levels of spiritual awakening. As the planet changes, we're changing, right? We all know about the micro and the macrocosm of things, but really, in essence, what's happening is, as things are transforming and changing, and as you're making yourself less dense, everything is coming to the surface, right? As I said before, nothing will be hidden anymore. As I've talked about, going back to the end of the year, into the beginning of this year, this would be the year where a lot of shit's going to be exposed, and that's a good thing and a bad thing. All right? Your goal, because as I explained to you, as they continue to try to alter our frequency and vibration by sending out these low frequencies, by doing all these things to make us more dense, so we can't, quote unquote, spiritually awake or wake up, as they say. The pineal gland can't be activated to receive the messages or the frequencies or the energies we need to tap into to receive in order to transform ourselves. See, those that know they're gods, right? And you know what I mean when I say, again, I've been through that a million times. People get, what do you mean when you say God? You know what I mean when I say God. Not your monotheistic spook God bullshit. We're not talking about that. Okay, you are a divine being. You just gotta have and how to have the ability to tap into that to activate the God or the goddess that's been put to sleep within you now for a long period of time. And how they do this is with all the crazy shit they're doing out here in the world. All the things that's going on now as we currently speak. Okay? Whether it's wars, political shit, whether it's dealing with health stuff, things in the news, fear tactics, all of these things is what makes us more dense. And they know if they can dumb us down with these low frequencies, they know we'll be disconnected, from tapping in to those levels of consciousness that we need to activate and awake ourselves. So as I said before, there's no more time to bullshit, right? You shouldn't be bullshitting with yourself anymore. There's no more time to waste, because wasted time right now is very damaging to your spiritual growth. Okay? You need to be locked in on the work you need that you need to be doing to better yourself. That's your psychic self-defense against all this bullshit. People say, so what's, and I got to be careful when I use the word protection, because sometimes that can be taken out of context and it can get a little spooky, because we don't want to create a mindset where we feel like we're inferior to some force, entity, or energy that exists outside of ourselves. That's back to a system and a mindset of servitude, mental slavery. So I got to be careful when that word comes into play, but I prefer to use the word psychic self-defense, because a lot of this is about tapping into your psyche, right? This is how they go to work on us, but it's also the process and the method we use in our magic and our rituals, right? And when I always talk about the concept of deprogramming and reprogramming, right? I've been going back years. One of the first things I used to say, and still say it off and on, is part of working magic is reprogramming the subconscious mind, right? Because they have gotten into your subconscious mind. When I say they, the powers that be that have an agenda, that are trying to control you, make you a statistic, a number, a mental slave, to serve for their own purpose and benefit. They have programmed into you how they want you to think, what they want you to do and not do, how to dress, what you should eat, what you should buy, they create the illusion that you have free will and a choice, but you really don't. Okay? So they have created this program, right? They have put it into the grid of your subconscious mind, and you're consciously carrying out this program, and most people aren't even aware of it. Okay? Your job is to go in there, and I always use the analogy of, it's like if you have a hard drive on a computer. If you overload it with too information, or it's overloaded with a virus, it needs to be programmed. Well, they've downloaded mental sickness into your subconscious mind and translated that into physical sickness. Okay? It is your job to recognize that through your shadow work, obviously, number one. Because number one, it's always about uncovering and unlocking the shadow and the hidden self. That's not always a pleasant thing. By unlocking the shadow and the hidden self and addressing the real you, right? The good, the bad, the ugly, the pretty, the nasty. And you have all those things. I don't care who you are, he or she. And once you've addressed that and mastered that self and mastered yourself, or you're on the path to self-mastery, the personal daemon, the real you, can be awakened within. That's how the personal daemon is awakened. You suppress it by becoming so dense to the point where you're vibrating on such a low frequency. And as I said before, when you're vibrating on low frequencies, the pineal becomes calcified and you're not able to receive what they call consciousness, or whole light messages of intellect or consciousness. You become dumbed down. And you start to attract energy that is not in alignment with your frequency, which can cause all other types of issues, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. All of those things. So this is why it's important to get in alignment with your spiritual frequency. So when you are distracted by a bunch of bullshit and you are wasting time on shit that serves you absolutely no fucking purpose, this is what I mean when I say a lot over the last couple of years, are you still doing things that serve you no purpose? Because we don't have time for it anymore, folks. That shit is over. Okay? So now it's about you developing your own personal plan. What is it you are doing to master yourself? Are you waiting around for something or somebody? Are you hoping some book comes out that's going to have all the answers for you? Do you think you're going to join some class and everything just mystically and magically is going to be revealed to you, everything you need to know? It's like, where we at with that? That's the questions that I would pose, okay? These are the things that I would pose, okay? So where are you at in alignment with that? Or Are you an individual who's a go-getter, does for self? Okay, look, and again, I always have to reiterate this because sometimes people take shit out of context. It doesn't mean you can't take classes. Shit, I offer classes. It doesn't mean you can't go to teachers, guides, and elders for guidance. It doesn't mean you can't read books. That's not what I'm saying. So don't take what I'm saying out of context. What I am saying, at some point, it comes down to the fact where the book, the teachers, the guides, the elders can help you when you're in that ritual room, tapping in and doing that work. And as I said, part of this journey, the other problem I find out with a lot of people, and sometimes they do it unknowingly, but the problem I find out with a lot of people on this path is they think they're going to have the ability to have somebody else answer all the questions for them. They really do. As if somebody else can answer everything and anything for them. Where part of this mission and journey and being on this path, part of it is about you're going to have to figure out some of the answers that you're looking for on your own. Myself or anybody else can't do it. Any course or class isn't going to do it. Why? Because your experiences and what you're dealing with in life is going to dictate how those things are going to be revealed to you. This is why it's not because myself or anybody don't want to give you answers, but there's certain things that that's going to have to be unveiled to you via your experiences. Okay? Somebody's not going to always be able to answer the shit for you. And for some, that's hard to swallow because it's just easier and convenient to put that responsibility in somebody else's hands. It's not how this path works. Okay? So now is the time, more than any other time. Because we hear this a lot in the last few years. Now's the time. This, that. It's begun. Okay? Some who don't sense it or feel it, that's because they're asleep. Some who don't really think anything has changed and nothing's really going on because they're not tapped in on a spiritual level. So to them, it's just business as usual because they mentally and spiritually dead. For some of us who are tapped in, for some of us who are connected to these energies and frequencies, we know what's going on. Okay? We're 100% clear of what we're experiencing and what we're going through. Okay? And as I told you in that end of the year class, man, there's a lot going on that I can't even put into words, man. They out here hard trying to get folks. Is the best way that I can describe it. Okay? Look, man, it's work. I know I just had a conversation with somebody and we were talking, and man, how look, this has been a journey, right? It's been a hell of a journey, right? And it's a continual process. We know it's something ongoing, but I'm struggling with a period right now. I'm dealing with a lot, and it's physically tiring, and it's physically draining. Okay, so a lot going on, a lot of things that we're going to have to get right and figure out on our own, okay? Not because you may not be getting everything you want right now, or things are not being shown to you or told to you. Don't get frustrated, people. Okay? Please don't get frustrated. As I've said many times before. Okay? If this path was about a quick fix, and it's not, we wouldn't even be here having these conversations. Okay, it's work. Be patient with yourself. That's the hardest thing. We always talk about being patient with others. Sometimes we lack true patience with ourselves. And that can create problems because then we make bad decisions. Okay? And, I know sometimes people want everything mapped out for them. You prepare to the best of your ability when it comes to making choices, decisions, and doing things on this path. But follow and trust in what you know. Trust your instincts. That's what I've learned to do. Sometimes that's the answer. There's not always some written, in-depth, concrete answer. Okay? It's just not real, folks. All right? So anyway, without really beating a dead boy, I just wanted to get on here real quick, keep you guys a little bit updated, get you guys, keep pumping out there the Patreon classes, which that's working itself, as some of you know. We did move Monday's class to Friday. I made a mistake. Monday was tax day, obviously the 15th, and my dumb ass always waiting last minute, because I never get shit back. I'm always owing money. So that's why I had to cancel that class, because you know how doing taxes can be a pain in the ass. But we've moved out to Friday night. I'm flying out in the morning as the recording of this video, headed to Chicago. I'll be in Chicago for about 4 days. I plan to do one of the classes while I'm in Chicago. And I'll try my best to book some appointments that I can squeeze in. It's rough with all that's going to be going on these next 4 days. But just be patient. Once this month is out, I'll be back on a normal schedule. And we'll get it in, folks. We'll get it in. All right. Other than that, I just wanted to go over that. Hopefully this short tutorial helped you. If you need to reach out to me, my contact email address, all the social media pages, the direct link to the Primordial Chaos podcast, the direct link to the Primordial Chaos Patreon page. All those links are in the description box of this video that you're watching right now. Infernal blessings, and we will talk soon.